Hey y'all, welcome back to FlyafterFifty, no spaces. I'm your Fly Dog D, and I am back with another video. Y'all, Zuri's in here playing with one of her rubbly toys, so hopefully it is not affecting the volume or anything like that. Of course, I picked the worst possible day to record an actual video of me sitting down with y'all. It is gloomy, doomy outside, so I don't have any of that natural light that I love because of this room. So we got artificial light. Hopefully it is doing what it needs to do to highlight everything. All right, y'all, let's get into it. So I decided to do a get ready with me. I've been wanting to do this for a long time. I had the want, but I didn't have the will, so I wasn't recording. But I was going to do a get ready with me. But the focus is not really on the makeup, but I am using some new things that I'll tell you about. But my point of this video, I just want to talk with y'all about something that has been on my mind. First of all, let's start with the face. I tried to, have the right amount of time for that product to be on before I put on the next layer. So that took me about 15 minutes. So I got everything on my face. So the primer I'm going in with is this new primer I have. And it is called it is from Hard Candy. And it's called their Smooth on Lock Primer. Hopefully y'all can see this. I don't know. I don't have my backup screen. So I saw Morgan Turner talking about this, how this was good. It evens texture, it smooths fine line, 12-hour hold, and it's oil free. All right, so we're gonna give this a try. It's properly sealed. This is what it looks like, kind of silicone-y. Put this all over my face. That's just that little piece. I want to see if it evens texture and smooths fine lines. I want to see if I look airbrush or at least, picture it, I do see a difference. I do see a difference. Primer, no primer. I do see a difference. All right, let's put this all the way on. So y'all, you know what's been going on. I don't even have to really say anything, but things are just crazy, right? It's crazy everywhere. The government, on the job, in the schools, everywhere. So I am a Christian. I'm a Christian. Nobody can talk me out of what Jesus has done for me. I know he died for my sins and he is my savior. But my issue is the church. I went to a black, I've always predominantly gone to black churches, or should I say black majority churches. And not all of them that I've been to were, I get some, all you hear here is how they're against something. They weren't like that. My last church, we were there for 10 years, and I just felt like, what are we doing? How are we helping the community? What have we, we pushed people out because they didn't agree how we agreed or what the pastor said. I mean, he caused his own relatives to leave. And I just didn't like that. I love the people. I love them. But I just did not feel right inside of me to go there anymore. And I tried to keep going there because my husband loved the pastor. But we just had to end up leaving. Okay, well, let's try a different church. So there aren't many black churches around here, and we haven't found one. But there are a lot of those mega outlets of churches, like you got a congregation here, a congregation here, but they all go up to one one congregation. So we tried that. There were a lot of military people. But they were mostly white. But we went there. We did not feel like we were getting fed at all. Let me tell you what foundation I'm going to be using. It's the Double Wear Estee Lauder Double Wear Stay in Place Makeup. Now this is my first time using this. I think it's supposed to be matte, but it's supposed to be a breathable matte, which I hope. Here is 6W1. So we're going to be trying this. So at that church, we needed more. We needed more from that church. So then we found another church that we went to. But I felt undercurrents of Trump. I felt undercurrents of, not that they were mean or disrespectful, nothing like that. But I felt those undercurrents, and I didn't want to go there either. So I don't have a black church. I don't have a white church. I have no church. And having no church, I'm not fulfilling what God said to do, to assemble together. Have like minds to assemble together. So we're still looking. Oh, this is so pump. This not even no pump. Well, that blows. Oh, I didn't wet my sponge. I'll be right back. That surprised me. That surprised me, no pump. So I shook it up. I didn't realize. So that's the shade right there, 6W1. And I'm going to use my sponge. So yeah, so now we have no church. We don't have no grounding. And it feels that way. Alright, it looks pretty on the skin so far. It just goes right in. Now my new thing, I don't put any foundation on my eyes. That's just strictly for concealer. I don't want it to be too much, So I stopped doing that, and I'm happy with it. So, as I was saying, so now we don't have any church. And so much has been happening in the world. Y'all remember a few months back that church in Africa was saying the rapture is coming, and of course nothing happened. But it brought up the subject of the rapture, right? The rapture that I've been scared of since I was a little girl. I wasn't anymore, but as a little girl, that's what my father would tell us about, and it was scary. I was like, I want to be loving past so-and-so age. But as I became an adult and studied for myself, I felt like I had a good understanding, or kind of an understanding. I won't say that what my view was right, but I felt like I had a good understanding. So when that rapture stuff started happening, and then everybody starts saying rapture's not real. That's not real. That's not biblical. That's not in the Bible. That started such and such a date when this person started talking about it. I'm like, what? And what bothered me, nobody really came out and said it's true. I saw a lot of little posts, not a lot, but many posts about, yeah, it's not true. It's not biblical. Why y'all talking about this? It's not true. John was talking about what was happening in the times that were happening then in Rome with the Romans. I'm like, what happened to Thessalonians where you would be caught up? Jesus is gonna come and Michael's gonna blow his horn, and Jesus is gonna descend, and the dead in Christ will rise first, and everybody else will be caught up with him. And I still believe that. I don't believe what they're saying. But that looks good. I'm gonna spray a little. Feel like it'll get a little dry. I'm gonna spray. I have this Korean, I don't know what the name of it is, but it's a macadamia seed oil and jojoba seed oil spray. So I'm gonna spray it on my face. Because the last thing I want to be is dry. So nobody said anything. And now we don't have any church, so we're floundering, or I am. I'm floundering like, what is happening? Then I think about what the Bible says, that there will be, these times will come. At the end of days, these things will happen. I'm just going to stick firm to God, because nobody said anything. That was very odd to me. That does look pretty. So next we're going to go in with concealer. This they don't make anymore, but I have this. Oh Lord, I'm about done with this. So this is the Estee Lauder Double Wear Instant Fix Concealer, but it has a Hydra Prep on there. So I'm going to put a little bit of that under my eyes and just dot that in there. So that really bothered me, because I'll tell you what, I'm not saying you gotta understand it for yourself, but it's a good idea to get a study Bible, and that study Bible got to be from a trusted voice that you feel, because they're going to put things at the bottom of the pages, their interpretation of things that they studied. Okay, and this is I'm going to put this on before I put the actual brightening concealer on. Use that. I'm just going under here. Cancel out some redness or whatever I got down here. Cancel out, dark spots, dark under eye, dryness, whatever's under there. And I studied it, and then I felt so good and relieved after it. And they said that when you read Revelation, you should be happy, you should feel good. And I did, because I believed that my faith in Jesus and in the Holy Spirit and God would take me up in the rapture before any of that revelation apocalyptic stuff happens, when the horsemen come and the plagues and all that stuff for, I think, 7 years or 3.5 years, something like that. So I felt good. And I was reading it, and it was talking about like the 144,000, because God's going to take, I think it was 10,000 from everyone in the under. I'm doing a blank. Israel, his kids, the ones that were good with God, you take 10,000 from them, and those are the 144,000, and those 144,000 will be on the earth after the the rapture happens, and the people who are left behind, they will be left. Because I always wondered, like, how are they going to learn about it if all the Christians are gone, all the good people, or I should say Christians are gone? Who's going to teach them about God? And his interpretation was that the 144,000 will go throughout the earth and tell people about the Lord. So they would still go through it, but he would tell them about the Lord. So I felt really good about that. I thought, wow, that really makes sense. I didn't have a pastor to go and talk to about, because we are in between churches. So I felt really good about it. But when that stuff with the rapture and the rapture not being real, and now they're saying hell isn't real, I'm like, what is happening? You look at it like, I'm living my life the right way, as close as I can. Everybody sins. I know I do. But I'm living it for God. I'm living it so that he will tell me one day, "You're doing, oh, come on in, my good and faithful servant." This is Maybelline 30 Hour Super Stay Concealer. I have this in 45. So I was like, I'm feeling good. But now they say there's nothing after this. You know, there's no hell. Those people just got to be mean and dirty all their lives. And they're not going to feel no pain because of it. And I told my husband, I'm sad. I'm sad that they're saying there's no rapture, because I want these people to get what they got coming to them. And I tell them two things about when I'm in heaven. I say, one, for my kids, I said, ooh, I'm asking God, let me just say one thing to them. Let me just tell them one little thing. And God's going to say, oh, okay. And I'll be like, I told you so. I always tell them, y'all gonna miss me. Y'all gonna miss me when I'm gone. So that's what I would say to them. And the second thing I want to do, I was like, Lord, can I just look? I just want to see who the Antichrist was. Who was it? You know, that's what I tell them. But you know, that's a jest. But yeah, so that's where what I've been thinking and all that. It just doesn't make sense, you know. But then again, it does make sense because God said it was going to be this way, you know. So here I am, just trying to be obedient, because I thoroughly wish I didn't care. I wish, not that I didn't care about people. I wish I could be like, they'll be going 4 years, they'll be going 3 years. But I can't. I can't stop worrying about what they're doing. I can't stop worrying about the people that have nobody, which is who they're doing it to. I just can't. I want to, and I need to pray more on that. I have gotten better. Like, I don't watch the news. I don't, but I do, you know, social media, because of the things I look at and follow. It's full of news. I'm like, I don't know that. So that's where we stand. Ooh, that look pretty. Ooh, but I feel like it's gonna be drizzle. I'm gonna spray it again. I'm gonna keep spraying it. I hope it doesn't negate that it's, I think it's transfer resistant. I think it's transfer resistant because it is called stay in place makeup. So yeah. Alright, so next thing we're going to do is bronzer. I'm going to let that sit. The bronzer I'm using today is, I'm going to be using Charlotte Tilbury Cream Bronzer, or Sunkissed Glow Bronzer. It's in the shade 4 deep. That, and it looks a little darker than the powder, which is also in 4 deep. But that's what we'll be using today. Let's see. So that's what we're using today. What else? Y'all, my puppy, my sweet girl, turned 1 yesterday. I sent a family text. Y'all don't forget that Zuri's birthday is today. Y'all better call her and tell her happy birthday. And they're like, Mom, please. So yeah, she's the sweetest thing. She's starting to listen a little better. She's starting to listen a little better. And this is the Fenty. She put this out a long time ago. Her contour brush. And it fits, you know, right in there where you need it to go. So that's that. Alright, so that's bronzer. And the next thing, let's blend it in a little bit. I hope y'all have been seeing my little shorts. I'm so proud of myself. I have been actually uploading little shorts from with my eyeshadows. I bought like, I don't know, I'll put the number here. That many eyeshadows. And I said, ooh, what am I going to do with these? So I said, as I use them, I'm just going to put them up as shorts. And I have been doing that. So this one that I'm using today, I'm going to put in this video and try to do it as a short too. I was about to say something. I don't remember now. Okay, for blush, I'm using this Rare Beauty Matte Balancing Blush. And this is in the shade Grateful. It is a red. It doesn't have a mirror in there, but that's a red. I'll be using that. Putting it on with this little stipple brush. Picks up. Ooh. I'm going to cover this up. Not bad boy in. Alright, that's that. What else was I gonna say? So we also as a family are ingesting. So my sister-in-law passed away in October. And I think about her all the time. And my brother, he is doing really good. But I told him, you don't have to, because she's doing everything, cleaning, taking kids, cooking, everything, working, everything. I said, you still have to go through the grieving process. Nobody expects you to be doing all this stuff that you're doing. You know, it's nice. I know it gives you something to do, but you have to properly grieve for her. You lost the love of your life. You know, you have to properly grieve. And I know that it's, you know, it hurts so much you rather just shove it down. And I've done that a lot with my emotions. I said I wanted to properly grieve her. Not just push it down and get on with life. I think it's healthy. I think it's good for the kids to see him doing that. And for everybody. You got to grieve. You have to grieve your loved ones, you know? So now I'm going to go over this blush. Haven't used these in a while. These are the Milani blushes, Baked Blush. And this is Red Vino. So I'm not going to put on a highlighter, but you know, this one has it all, has gold all throughout it. So that's what we'll be using. So I'm going with the same brush. But I'm so proud of him. Also want to go over the bronze. Alright. Had to reset my battery died. So here we go. Let's finish this up. Just lining. It's supposed to clean up under them, but I don't feel like doing that. So we don't be doing that today. Alright. So let's powder our nose. Let's get this off our nose. Where's my... Alright, so the base is done. I'm going to spray it with, this one side powder melt last second spray to meld all the powders together. See, these eyebrows do not look right. That's what they are. Okay, so let's use this. Shake it up real good. Okay. Let that work. And y'all, I forgot, I'm gonna tell you this too. I'm still working on my beauty room. It has been put on pause. I haven't felt like doing it. So once I get back into reorganizing, doing declutters, that type of thing, I will be sure to put it on there. Maybe in a couple weeks. Maybe after Christmas, I'll start that back up. Because right now, no. All right, girl. Now I'm just going to put my gel on my eyebrows. Using this Got To Be glue one. Alright. While that is drying, I should have waited. I'm going to put my primer on my eye, which is the Urban Decay, just the original. I got the anti-aging one that I usually use, but I don't know. I don't feel like pulling that out. I don't know what it is, honestly. So let's set that in. Alright, so for my eyes and my lips, I am going to be using Wang Van Gogh. You know, it's a newer brand at Sephora. I got one of their, I think 5 or 6 eyeshadows. They were all what's the word I'm looking for? You know, all in the same color family. You know what I'm talking about. So I got this one. This is Hung Van Gogh Color Story Eyeshadow Palette. And the one I have, it's the neutral one. I don't see a name on here. But this is what the packaging looks like. Very nice and smooth. Very pretty. And the same goes for the actual palette. It is a 8-pan eyeshadow palette. On the back of the casing, you'll see which one it is, the neutral one. But on the back of the actual palette, it says new neutral, and it just numbers it 1 through 8 with 12-month shelf life. So they say. Open it up, has a very nice mirror in here, and then these are the colors. Just a nice neutral eyeshadow palette. That's the one I will be using today. Does it have a feel more? Yeah, it does have a feel. Alright. Pull that off. Alright, but before we dig into that, let's go ahead and do our lips. I have a Wang Gogh I have a Wang one of their lipstick. It's called Wildest Dream. It's the same material. It did come in a box, but I already threw it away. Has a magnetic top, and it's a medium nude. So that's what that looks like. There it is on my hand. So that's what we're going to use. They do have lip liners, but I did not get one. So in the spirit of red, I'm going to use one size lip liner in Coin Collection. And that is it. Okay, so I'll go ahead and line my lips. That's that, and then we're gonna go in with Hung Van Gogh. This is cute. This is engraved, embossed, engraved. His initials, or their initials. I don't know who runs this company. So we're going in with this one. Very creamy. So that's the lip. That's nice. I like it. So this is how it looks. Looks nice. So we're gonna go ahead with the eyeshadow palette. I'm just gonna use, probably just gonna use these 3 mattes here, and once I decide, I'll tell you which shimmer I'm gonna use. So it's new. minimal. Well, there's some dust up in the pan. Let's see. I'm just patting on that color. Just patting it on so I can get more color payoff, because I did not use anything lightening, you know, to make it stand out more. Then I'm gonna take a smaller brush. Even out in the front. There we go. And I'm going in with that medium shade right here. This one. Number 1. Going in number 1. Oh, it does lay on top of the other one very nicely. And quick color payoff. Okay, y'all, I am back. I put on some eyelashes. I put them under the bottom. I'm trying to get back at the hang of doing lashes. I was pretty good, but then I stopped wearing makeup, and you gotta regain those skills, you know what I'm saying? So this is how it's looking. Now I did forget, I did come back not finished because I forgot about this Hang Van Gogh eyeliner. I have it in the black shade, which is called, I'll just put it in here. Oh, along the lash line. So it is a retractable one. It's black. There it is right there. So I'm going to line my waterline. I'm just lining one waterline with this. And I'm going to use this one from Urban Decay for the other eye. It's called Caffeinated. I use that to brighten the lower lash line because white is just too much. Even tan or yeah, tannish shade is still too much. But this is what that one looks like. So I feel like, well, I already used it. I like the way this one looks. Okay, so let's go in with the Hang Van Gogh. I'll just do my waterline. This is my first time using this one, and yes, it does glide on very nicely. Looks good. I'm gonna try tight lining up here too. Yeah, that's good. Let's see on this side. You're just gonna tight line this area. Now that one's on there. But let's see how these do as far as smudging. Yeah, they do smudge, so we'll see if they last a long time or not, right? So this is caffeinated. And that's that one. See, that looks, I like the way that looks. All right, now I am going to use this Towel 28. Lord, I can't read this. Make Waves mascara in the shade Jet. It is black. I'm just going to do this on my lower lash line. I did use it on my upper lashes. And I did not spray anything else on my face, and it looks okay. It's just, you know, it looks okay. I can deal with this, but I am going to use this Pat McGrath Glass 001 Glow Setting Spray. And I'm going to use that for my last and final touch. It's like an aerosol. Shake that up. Oh, there's no top on there. Okay, I'll pull that off. Okay? I think you got to turn it. Is that right? Lord, what do you do? Oh, there we I do not like that sprayer. Okay. I feel like it left something on my. What's my sponge bag like? I probably was too close with that. All right, y'all, this is the finished look. Looks good. But I am going to change this. I like this lipstick, but I feel like I should have on red lipstick. So I'm going to take this off. And so I am going to be using the MAC's Ruby Woo. This is their reformulated version. So I'll be using that along with the Ruby Woo liner. I'm gonna put a little gloss on it. Be right back. Pat Tilbury. Pat McGrath is called Carnal Desire. Got a little glitter in there. See? That's nice. So, alright, y'all, this is the finished look with the red lip. Oh, with the red lip. Alright, y'all, that is it for this video. This is going to be a beast to edit because it was long. But thank you so much for sitting with me, talking with me, or listening to me. I hope all is well with you, and I do pray that everybody has a wonderful Christmas and New Year and a great 2026. Alright, y'all, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate each and every one of you. And until I see you in another one, stay fly, sis.